do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed be emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Mike. Watch the slip.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the bootleg. Denton going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, tight. Check. Hey, Sam off. Hey, lock it. Hey, wahoo. Go.
Operating from the gun, Denton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. It's complete to Snead. He's at the 40. 20. 10, touchdown, Detroit. Willie Snead, 89 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They fake the give. Now Wentz escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Romeo Okwara What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Denton looking middle, and it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Watch 36 to Mike.
To throw on 3rd down. Walker. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. On the return, Jackson. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wentz now to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Wentz will try again on second down. He'll hit Jackson complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Walker to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 3rd down, Walker. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Jackson. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Friedman. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Stop your whining.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. These two teams all tied after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The throw by Wentz caught by Jackson, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Dante Hightower on the stop.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Hey, kill. Hey, forward toe kill.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Flag.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Second and 5 now. Wentz, and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Romeo Okwara able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
I'm going back to you.
5-9.
51.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 2nd down, Friedman. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Great 57.
Check. 53's mine.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Well, this is caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun. Wentz. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions take over.
We play to win. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Walker. Off the bootleg. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator. Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. His throw incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Walker, operating from the gun. Snead's got it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Back to throw. Walker. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down. Friedman. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 33 and a first. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Walker. He'll get this one to Galladay. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Walker on 3rd down. And he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big play there for Philly. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Let's go. 120.
Check 53's mine.
Throwing now is Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
To throw, it's Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's find 7. No.
Wentz on the move to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just looked at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Ready. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
All day,
Kill, on side. Kill.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Walker now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Friedman. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Heavy on the edges.
Wentz going to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
I got it. Mike 40, Mike 40.
On second and 9, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys continue to pour it on.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Lions take
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Lions on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Walker. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They'll keep it on the ground. Friedman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Mike's 54. All day. Just like that. Watch the edge.
Walker operating from the gun. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. To throw is Walker. Throwing on 4th down. And he's got Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A throw over the middle taken in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First down.
This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Walker. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Throwing on 2nd and long. Walker, and the pressure gets to him again. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Done. 180. We go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.